Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. This is Phil Brilliant from Brilliant Environmental Services, filling in for Jeremy this morning as he tours North Jersey, which he's toured Camden, New Jersey, and he's toured North Jersey. So he's making his way throughout the whole state. But we are here this morning on April 13th. It is 6:09, so everybody should be getting up, getting out, and doing something. It's 32 degrees, so don't put the shorts on this morning. Make sure you have your winter coat on still, but it will be high of 55 today. And please join the conversation at 732-505-1160. And we are joined here this morning by Melissa Jill. And I say Melissa Jill, yoga, meditation, and fitness. And I'm excited to have you here this morning. So good morning.
Good morning. I'm really excited to be here as well. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm glad to have you. And it's funny, and I'll tell you a little inside joke or secret. I always say to people, I never trust people with two first names. Okay.
I've heard that before.
You've heard that before?
I've heard that before.
But you look very trustworthy, so I'm feeling very comfortable this morning when you came in. And, it's 6:10 in the morning, and you look like you have all the energy of the day already going.
Well, I'm excited to be here, that's for sure. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I'll start with that. So energy. So my girlfriend's a personal trainer, and we talk a lot about inner energy, personal energy, and and I think that has probably something to do with what you do for a living.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, energy first, it comes from your mind to begin with. It all begins with your thoughts and what you're thinking about and what you focus on. So if you're having negative thoughts and thinking about things, it's going to make you tired, it's going to make you depressed, and you can't really focus on things that are bad and things that go wrong. So it's really important to take control of your emotions, of your thoughts, and your energy from the inside out. And when you begin that way, it's a lot easier to have the physical energy. And of course, it's really important to take care of your body, to have proper nutrition, to exercise, to get enough sleep. And it's body, mind, and soul. So that started as a yoga statement, body, mind, and spirit,
Right.
But it's really, really true and so important that you take care of your body, mind, and spirit from the inside out.
So there's got to be a firm belief. People always say that those who have negative thoughts and are very negative, tend to be the ones who are sick, and you have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning, and they're the ones who just really can't get themselves up and going. But if you have a positive attitude about life and about everything that you're doing, you're going.
Absolutely. And it takes work because we can all get in that funk, in that negative place. It's just a part of life, and things happen and we get into funks, but it's just really important to be aware of it, acknowledge it, and make that effort to get out of it.
So tell me about yourself. Tell me about how you started here, how you got here, not this morning, but necessarily got into yoga and meditation, and really about how, as you tie into that, how you get into it with people who are negative or who come to you for help, and you can turn them around and they walk out a different person.
Well, first of all, I don't think I have the power to turn anyone around. It's really up to them to do it themselves. I can encourage people, I can give really great advice, but it can be frustrating. If people aren't ready, they have to be ready and in the right place. And, I say that without judgment because I've certainly been in negative places in my life before, because we all go through things.
Right.
And it's just, again, it's practice. It's a matter, the more you get used to getting yourself out of that tough spot, the easier it gets. So
how'd you get into yoga, fitness?
Okay, that's an interesting story. I was when I was just having my babies way back when in in the 1900s, 1997.
Well, we do have a common acquaintance, so I know approximately how old you are. So it wasn't the early 1900s, so we can't go back that far.
No.
But
it sounds so strange. 1997.
Yes.
I started teaching fitness at Toms River Fitness and Aquatic Center, and I was teaching step classes. That was the first thing that I did there. And I basically kind of just did it in the beginning for a free membership. because, I was young, money was tight, I wasn't working, I was home with the children, and I just wanted to get to the gym. So I started teaching step class. I loved it. And I guess in around 2000, the owners of the gym asked me if I would learn to teach yoga. They said, it's going to be popular and we'll pay for you to get certified. And I thought, great, easy money. I don't have to sweat and I don't have to worry about choreography. Sure, I'll do it. So I went for a 2-day fitness training through a fitness organization. And I had never done yoga before. The instructor was amazing. And within 2 days, I was teaching yoga, which looking back now is kind of a joke. But luckily, I didn't hurt anyone. Fitness, I did have a fitness background, so I knew. But I realized after doing it, the effect that it had on me and also the people, that even though I didn't know very much, the poses and the breathing, it works. And the effect that I saw that having on the people in my classes and walking out was amazing. And the effects that it had on me as well. So I would go through a period of stress. I actually went through a divorce like around 2002, 2003. And I went to work sometimes so stressed. And after yoga, everything was just fine. Everything was great. And I really fell in love with yoga. And that's when I went and got my 200-hour certification. And, it's just become really my passion because yoga really helps people to heal emotionally, mentally, physically on so many levels.
So is yoga, again, if Jeremy was sitting here or I'm sitting here, it really doesn't matter. You're probably talking about, two people who are probably the most out of shape individuals you'll meet in a given day. Yoga is a 4-letter word. And, I don't think, Jeremy used to run gyms and I run from gyms. So it's pretty much the same. But I think, it sounds like, and just, listening to people talk about yoga and listening to you right now, that yoga is more than exercise. It's more than just fitness. It's a state of mind.
It absolutely is. And I really found my spirituality in yoga. I believe in God. I'm a Christian, but I really find that through yoga, I'm more open to hearing, to receiving, and it's changed my life completely, and so many others as well.
Now, how do you? I talk to people and they say to me, "Oh, you got to go try yoga." Mm-hmm. That it's wow, the red light just came on. Did you see that?
No, not until you told me.
I'm sorry.
It's
a conversation. Sorry, it just popped right on. The red light came on, and so that's a good sign. See, we had spiritual energy going, and the energy brought the light on, and that's okay. You've solved one of my problems for the day. I don't even have to do yoga yet, But I was going to ask you, and this will be something we'll talk about when we come back from the break. Is that people say you have to do yoga because it will change your mindset and change the way your day goes through. And again, I don't think I've been in a gym probably since I was in my 20s. Mm-hmm. I don't exercise regularly, which I know I need to. But how do you take somebody who has that mindset of anti-gym or has that, lack of, stress and muscle and everything like that and take them into yoga and help them out? So we're going to come back in the break in a moment.
Thank you.
Everything you need to know about the Jersey Shore. This is Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Now, back to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 and WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 6:21. It is still 32 degrees outside, so it is cold. And we are joined here this morning with Melissa Jill, and we are talking health, fitness, and yoga. And we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Zach, I forgot who you told me is on the phone.
Yes, we have Kelly on the line with us right now.
Kelly, good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We're here with Melissa Jill. How are you doing this morning?
Great, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wanted to let you know that I met Melissa at yoga at Tom's River Fitness, and I love the way she connected with people in her class. She knows everyone's names, and she makes it very personal. So at the end of the class, she usually shares an inspirational quote, and it really spoke to me as an educator. So I decided to hire Melissa to come talk to my staff. I'm a principal in an elementary school, Beechwood Elementary School, and I also want to thank the Grunin Foundation for the grant that we were just awarded.
Oh, great. That is awesome.
Yeah, we just found out yesterday that we're going to be adding on to our vegetable garden. But that's really not the reason I'm calling, but thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll send Jeremy your thanks.
Stick that in because we're so grateful.
Okay, great. I know from Melissa, she's very choked up right now.
Yeah, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Thank you
Hi,
so
Melissa.
much.
You sound great on there. We hired her for 3 sessions for yoga and also what she calls Thrive, which is keys to living a happy life. And I just kind of felt like it was a good gift, better than giving someone a pen or a mug or something like that. We gave them the gift of Melissa. So, if the teachers could have the positive attitude that Melissa has and make their students feel important the way Melissa does, then we know that we reach success.
Oh, Kelly, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's
Thank
awesome.
you, Melissa.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think also, I think you hit on a point that's, basically taking the positive attitude and the positive sense into the school. And you saw it as an opportunity to give something back to your teachers. That's incredible. That's great. So I commend you also.
Thank you. Well, we're always trying to make our school better, and Melissa certainly helped. And, I've made this friendship with Melissa that I think will last forever. She's a wonderful person, and I'm just grateful to have her in my life as well.
I love you, Kelly. Thank you so much.
I love you too, Melissa. You sound great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelly.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Aw, that's sweet.
That was very nice.
That was very nice.
That was awesome. I saw you over there. I was like, I had to pick up a little because I thought you were going to choke up.
I know.
But that's good. What is it? Somebody calls in or somebody walks up to you and says that you did a great job or you really helped me out today. That's the best part of what we all try to do every day.
You never know the impact that one moment can have on someone's life. There's one saying that I love, and it says, "Love the moment, and the energy of that moment will transcend beyond boundaries." And you really never know what a moment when you connect with another human being, how far that ripple effect will go into their life and into the lives of other people that they're connected to as well. So it's really important. And it begins within yourself, and it begins within your own heart. And when you're in a good place, and then you're just really conscious of every moment that you share with another person and being present and able to give and receive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That just and I think before we went to the break, I started talking about that. So how do you get to somebody who may come to you and they say, I'm down, I'm just, I have low energy, someone told me I should come and try yoga, but I don't really think it's for me. How do you get into them?
Well, I don't always. It's not up to me. A lot of times they'll see how passionate I am about it. And there are many people who have tried yoga and said, I can't do it. Type A personalities who really just want to work out really hard and they're looking for a workout. Yoga can be a great workout. There are many different types and styles of yoga. I teach many different styles, but one of my favorite is Restorative Yoga. And that is very gentle and very restorative. We sit on the floor the whole time. It's my biggest class. Sometimes 50 people are in that class because everyone can do it. We're on the floor, we're seated, we're on our hands and knees, we're lying down, we're breathing, stretching, moving, and it's really, really nourishing. It's really nourishing. You just kind of feel pampered and like you had a massage when you're finished. And so there are different types for different people, and if they're willing to try, then, that's the best thing. And it comes from your mindset. If someone is so stuck in their mind that it's not for them and they're not going to go to the gym, that's fine. They don't have to go to a gym either. There are different ways you can do yoga as well, like on my new website, which I know we'll be talking about soon.
And that's a great lead-in and a perfect opportunity as we go to the next break, that when we come back from break, we're going to talk about a live with Melissa, and we're going to talk about how she's going to try to convince me that yoga is right for me. And we'll be back in a moment. Please join the conversation at 732-505-1160. Be right back.
Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. I am Phil Brilliant. Please join the conversation at 732-505-1160. It is 6:32, and we are here this morning with Melissa Jill. That we just realized that all the women start running for my lives. No, we're just kidding. We're kidding. But we are here. We're talking yoga, meditation, fitness, and really health this morning. And we were going to talk a little bit about, as Melissa gave the little tickler there as we finished the last segment, about a new thing that she has rolling out this month, Alive with Melissa. And I will tell you, as she describes to us what this is, I can tell already that she has the energy to be alive and to get everybody up and out. So tell us a little bit Alive with Melissa.
Okay, sure. I'd love to. Thank you so much. Alive with Melissa is my business, and it's really my passion to help people, to inspire and to empower people to live their most amazing life. So it's not only about health, but it's about overall wellness and mindset. And I do some speaking engagements, and I'm so happy that Kelly called in. I had a really great experience with the teachers at Beechwood Elementary School. I'm going to be speaking at the College of New Jersey coming up.
Great.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm really, really excited about speaking and just encouraging people and inspiring people to start again with the mindset. It really begins within. And Alive with Melissa, there's a lot of things that I offer. And the big thing that's coming out is my new membership website. And that's going to launch on April 26th. I am so excited about this because I'm going to be offering yoga and meditation online. I've been teaching yoga for about 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And the thing that people tell me the most is that it really helps them to release and to let go and to heal. And people walk around in life with so much stress because we even if life is not bad, sometimes we're just stressed because we're so busy and we've got lists to do and things come up and it's really hard and we've got a lot of things. Sometimes even we don't even know that they're there. And when we do yoga, things come up. When we meditate, things come up, and it really helps us to find a place of peace and be able to live in a much more positive state. And I know you were saying I can talk to you a little bit about why you should do it. So I'm talking to you right now.
I'm listening. You talked about people living with lists. I make a list every day, and I sit there, and my goal is I make a list of 10 things. If I get through 2 in the given day, I feel like I've accomplished something. But I have the stress of that list all day long.
Exactly.
Exactly. So do you teach people like to, not only like when they're with you, you're teaching them yoga and you're teaching them meditation, but do you teach them what to take with them as they leave you? That if they feel that stress in their bones or the stress of the day of life, that they can do something about that?
Absolutely. I weave things in and out through the class, and I always talk about bringing what you're practicing on your mat out into your life. Because if and I can remember that myself. I'm in the process of moving right now. I'm packing, I'm moving. I'm launching my business. I'm going away to Panama next week, which I'm really excited about, to create some more videos for the website. And I had a period, we're working on the website, of like extreme stress. And I caught myself and I said, take your own advice, stop and breathe. And I did. And getting back, I'll get back to the website in a minute, but there was a man who was taking my yoga classes for a long time. And he came to me one day and he said, Melissa, I have to tell you this story. He said, my wife was away.
Let's hold 1 second before we get into the story, because we have another caller.
Oh, okay.
So once you put your headset on, and we have another caller. And
Yes.
Zach, who do we have on the line?
We have Tara on the line with us.
Tara on the line. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We are doing great.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just had to call in because I had to share what an incredible soul and mentor Melissa Jill has been to me. I had taken her yoga classes and meditation classes, and in turn, we have formed a beautiful, honest friendship. And I'd also like to say that I frequently follow her on social media, and actually one of the most amazing things about that is every morning I wake up, I really have something to look forward to. What I mean by that is, even though you have such a large following. Your posts are so spot on and give me so much inspiration that I feel as if I can always relate to what you're saying, and it feels as if you are talking to me, directly to me, which is really refreshing and a true gift. So I'm so happy you're on the show right now because your passion and dedication to help others is just beautiful, and it's so nice to see you out here, and it's just awesome. I'm like glowing. I'm so happy listening to this.
I'm glowing and happy listening to this. Thank you.
This is like the best love fest we have ever had on Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. I think Melissa, you have to come back at least once or twice a week to bring the energy into this studio.
My pleasure.
And that was great, Tara. Really appreciate your call. Thank you very much this morning.
Thank you, Tara. Love you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
That's amazing. I mean, it's just listening to these people talk. And they're not just describing a business. They're describing a passion with you, and this, and that the way you've reached out and touched everybody is amazing. But I cut you off. You were telling a story about a man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. He came to me and he said, I have to tell you this story. And he said, my wife was away. He was working on something in his garage, and he had cut his finger to the point it was severed. It was literally hanging by the skin. And he told me that he didn't think to call 911. He just started to drive himself to the hospital. And as he was driving to the hospital, he started feeling himself about to faint. And he pulled over and he said, I have to remember what Melissa said. And he said, I started to breathe. And he said, I came back with it. I drove to the hospital. And he said that people were so amazed that he actually made it there. And he was so coherent in the condition that he was. And so it's little things like that that really make a difference. I have people who have told me that through yoga, they were able to get through really, really difficult periods in their life. And that the yoga really helped them get through. And I know it's true because it's done the same for me as well in periods of my life. And it's because you're taking the time and you stop and you breathe and you focus inward. And it's almost like magic. It really works.
You're one of those, as I sit here listening to you and the two callers who called in, you're one of those amazing people, because in that mix of everything you were talking about, you were also talking about starting a new business online, traveling to Panama next week, packing your house, and you were talking about stress. But as I sat here, the stress never showed in your face. You seemed very well composed and everything like that. I mean, you're amazing. I mean, I'm already here. I'm like, this is great. This is working out perfectly. You're already selling me on at least yoga or something relative to meditation, because you have a great control over your own abilities.
Thank you so much. It's really important. We are in control of our own life. We create our life by our attitude and by what we think. And what we think creates our emotions, and our emotions will absolutely create our life and our experience. One of my biggest mentors is Tony Robbins, and something he said that really, really stuck with me was a question. And he said, how cheap is your happiness? And that question really rung true to me, because my happiness is really, really valuable. Am I going to give my happiness away because I'm stressed about packing, moving? Am I stressed about deadlines, about something that might happen or might not happen? I can be stressed about that to the point where I think my life is ending and it's horrible, or I can choose to be happy and choose to find there's always different questions that you can ask yourself, like, what else could this mean? Or how can I make the best out of this situation? Or I always try to see, there's a reason why this is happening that's actually better than what I thought. And so it's just a matter of how you look at things and how you perceive things, which creates your life and how you feel. So, and all of that's amazing. I mean, it really, and I think, where you are in your life and what you're doing is amazing. And I think this new venture with Alive with Melissa, sounds like it's going to be incredible for not only you, but for all of, it sounds like you have a following that is unbelievable, and that people are going to be really excited. So how will people find Alive with Melissa, and when will this roll out again? April 26th will be the big day. It's alivewithmelissa.com. It is right now under construction, but it's looking absolutely gorgeous. My website, I'm so excited about it. I did a lot of videos when I was in Bali. I've done a lot of videos from home. I did some from Florida. So they're in beautiful places out in nature, because that's another thing. It's so important for your spirit to get out in nature. There are so many things that you can do to find your peace. And, yoga might not be for everyone. A lot of people find their peace when they run. For me, there's no peace in running. But there are a lot of people who love that.
I have very little peace with exercise or running or anything. But when we come back, we are going to give Melissa Jeremy Grunin's magic wand and give her the opportunity to change the world with unlimited resources. And we'll be back in a moment.
The Sean Hannity Show, this afternoon at 3. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin returns next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Make a difference at the Jersey Shore. 732-505-1160. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Good morning. Welcome back. No red light again, but we're doing good this morning. It is 6:46 as I look at the clock. On April 13th, it is 32 degrees, and we are joined here with Melissa Jill. And I've enjoyed our time this morning. I've learned a lot about yoga. I've learned that it's more than just exercise. It's really a mindset. It's really, you talk about spirituality and you talk about controlling your stress. That's something I need to do every day. And so you've intrigued me. I'm interested. I'm looking forward to a live with Melissa.
Thank you.
And to see what I might be able to do to help change my life a little more.
Thank you.
But before we went to break, we gave you Jeremy's magic wand.
Yes.
And this is the wand that you can use to change whatever. Unlimited resources. Forget about money issues. Forget about stress. And what would you do with that magic wand?
Whew, okay, what would I do with my magic wand? I would like to create a world, or I don't know, am I in charge of the whole world or just my little part of it?
You could have the entire world. You could make it just your little world. The other day, Jeremy had somebody on from the planetarium and they had the outer space on too. So it was unlimited. So you can control your designs.
Okay, well, I just really want to inspire and empower people to find love. Love really conquers everything, and to find a place, and it begins with self-love, because so often I know the biggest problem is people are stuck thinking they're not enough. And I've certainly been there. I go back there many times. And I think that's probably what you heard from the people on the phone too, is just, I really, and they say you teach what you need to learn the most. And so I think I talk about that a lot in my yoga classes, and it's just so important for people to come to a place where they really can love and accept themselves just as they are, because we're not perfect. No one's perfect. And that's what life is all about. And I've been there where I wanted to be perfect, or I wanted to be thinner, taller, prettier, smarter, all these different things, and thinking that I wasn't good enough. Or even what I'm launching now, my website, I can't tell you how long I've waited to make videos because I wanted to look better in my yoga pants. There are so many things that hold us back. And, that sounds funny, but it's seriously, I've always, I've looked at other people who look so much better than me. I'm like, well, how can I be the yoga teacher in a video? And so it's really, really sad when you think about it, that people let things like that hold them back from really fulfilling their purpose, because we all have a purpose and we're all here for a reason, and each and every one of us have something to contribute to the world. And if we're broken and if we're hurting, it's an obstacle. And so if I had a magic wand, I would really help everyone to find that place with peace and self-love. And I think I'd like to build beautiful retreat centers around the world where people can go to get away, to de-stress, to remember themselves, to remember love, and so they come back to their lives and really be refreshed and renewed.
It sounds like you are well on your way, because it already, from the callers that came in, you've already reached people. You've put love into them, and you've really touched their lives. And it sounds like from Alive with Melissa, though you may not have physical retreats around the world, people are going to have the opportunity to have that retreat through your website.
Yes, and I am doing some physical retreats around the world as well. I just came back from Bali in March, and we had an amazing, amazing retreat in March in Bali. I'm actually going to be teaching yoga in Panama next week, and I'm using all these all these areas to make more videos. So when people come to do the videos, they're also coming with me to these beautiful destinations.
Now, how if somebody wants to get a hold of you now, how do they reach out to you?
You can email me, alivewithmelissa@gmail.com. You can call me, 732-966-1188. My website, alivewithmelissa.com, is under construction. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it will be launching on April 26th. So I would be so happy. You can find me on Facebook, Melissa Jill on Facebook. I'm very active on Facebook. Please friend me. I would love to connect with you. Alive with Melissa is my business page on Facebook. Please like my page. I would so appreciate that. And I also have a private community page, Alive with Melissa community page on Facebook. It's a group, and we really inspire, motivate, and share love with one another each day, because it's so important that you are really careful with the people you surround yourself with. And it's so important to surround yourself with people who will lift you up higher. So on that community page, there are a group of amazing, amazing people who are all dedicated to lifting themselves and each other up.
Well, we thank Melissa Jill for being with us here this morning.
Thank you.
Good luck on everything you have going on, and we'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.